Awesome. So we have a winner, Nicholas.
All right, so we have a winner. Who's the first person here? Victoria. All right, so after this, and good evening to everybody else. I'm seeing that we're now live on YouTube, so good evening to everybody on that side of things. So Victoria, you will speak with us after you speak with the Energy Queen, Aishiba Cornwall, right? Thank you so much. No, we need 3 persons or 5 persons. We need 5 persons. Quick. Drop your names in the chat. We need 5 persons. Can I get 5 persons' name in the chat real quick? All right, Nikara, we'll see you. World, I don't know this name. Can you pronounce your name, sir? Horisha, hopefully I get your name correctly. Miss Williams. Takea, Shamoy. All right, so we have enough persons right now. So for these persons, we're going to ask you to turn on your cameras.
If you can.
All right?
If you can.
If you can. You'd like to turn on your cameras. And this activity, we want Anthony to run it for us. Go ahead, Anthony.
All right. So I got kicked out a bit, so I'm not sure if Nick explained it. Did you explain it, Nick?
Let me explain the activity real quick. So now you are going to spell your name with articles in your house. So whatever item you're coming with must be one. All right, so if your name is, for example, Mark, you're going to find an item with the letter starting M. So you're going to start with M, wallet, S, scissors, W, watch. That's what I'm talking about. And you're going to find an item for each letter of your name as quickly as possible. You have a minute, all right? And whoever wins will get that other prize. Are we ready? We see Nikara backing out. Mr. Cook, you're backing out, sir.
Come on, Nikara, you can do it.
If we're not ready, say yes. Say yeah on the chat if you're not ready. If you're not ready, say yeah on the chat real quick. Let's go, guys. All right, so Renee, are you up for it? Shamoya, are you up for it? Takia, are you up for it? All right, Takia said yes. We need Renee. Unfortunately, I'm using a laptop, so I can't see your emojis. Somebody can tell me what that emoji is.
It says like 100, so she's saying yes.
Okay, wonderful. So we have those 2 persons. Let's start with those 2 persons. Turn the camera on, and I want you to get in a minute. All right, in a minute. So going on my timer right now. Let's start with Takia. Takia, are you ready? Can open your mic and turn on your camera. Or you're not ready. Renee, are you ready? I think
Renee is ready, you know. Renee?
Or you cannot turn your camera. No problem. But if you can get it and tell us what it is and what it starts with, then
instead just tell us what it is. Just
tell us what it is. Tell us the items in the name. And let's do this real quick.
We have to go easier for you.
All right, so in a minute. So we're counting down now. Can you unmute for us, Renee?
All right, I will go first in the meantime. So right, my name is Anthony. All right, so A, apple, N, Neesberry, T, thyme, H, hanger, O, orange, N, Neesberry, Y, yam, Anthony.
All right, wonderful. And in the meantime, while we have 25 seconds left, Renee, I'm going to go. So N, I don't have an N. All right, let me go. I, don't have an I. C, car. H, honey. O, outside. L, lamp. A, I don't know. And S, sprint. So that's how I spell my name. Renee, are you ready? We are ready for you, Renee.
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Okay. Renee, red peas, energy drink,
wonderful.
Yeah.
Knickers, and don't come for me for that because it's a word. Okay, and I have a basin, a basin, and then yo-yo,
All right.
All right,
So I'm ready.
wonderful. All right, we really have to move on. I am so sorry. We have to move on. Harisha is ready. Do you have your items?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You're
Yes,
ready.
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. Go for me.
Harisha H hat, O orange, R ruler, E envelope, S scissors, H hanger, A apple.
Gotcha.
I
All
see.
right,
I
come
see a
through,
thief
Harisha.
Anthony answering. Thank you so much, Harisha. Takia, are you ready?
Yes, I am. So
Go ahead for me.
T toothbrush, A apple cider vinegar, K knife, I iPad, Y where is it? Yard, I guess. A and did I say antenna? No, antenna,
No.
and H this home device thing.
Okay. Go ahead,
All right.
Anthony.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you so much, guys.
Back to you,
All right, thank you so
Aishiba.
much. Handing over to Aishiba and the fireman. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Well,
Thank
for
you so much
participating.
for
Thank you
that,
so much.
Nicholas and Anthony. Thank you so much, guys, for participating. Now, Mr. Fireman, I don't know about you, but I heard that there are people joining us via YouTube, and we love to see it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all our people in YouTube land to our scholarship application information session brought to you by All About Scholarships. Now, I am one of your hosts for this evening session, the Energy Queen, Aishiba Cornwall, and with me I have
the stupendous, the wonderful Fabian, no middle name, Morris, also known to many as the fireman. It's 5:53 p.m. And we're having not even scattered showers, but also cool skies outside. It's a wonderful evening to have this kind of talk alongside the energy queen. So you know the thing go to the 27 people that's fastly approaching and are tuned in, locked and loaded over what Aishiba calls YouTube land. Bless up yourself. I don't know the thing go. Love, no, I don't know the thing. Aishiba, over to you.
Thank you so much, Fabian. Now, for all the persons who are just joining us in YouTube land, now in 2020, seeing the struggles faced by their peers when applying for scholarships during a pandemic, Kenisha Henry and Delmar Squire launched All About Scholarships initiative. With the use of social media, they were able to reach out to scholarship recipients and experts to provide advice to their newly formed WhatsApp group of students who are seeking their assistance. Since then, more students and advisors have joined the initiative to help others achieve their goals of acquiring a scholarship. People, we are helping over 500 students. 500 students in Jamaica. And before we move on, because we're getting into it right about now, because we're about to talk to the people who have actually achieved these scholarships. But before we get into it, somebody was asking in the chat, which school I go? Which school I did go? People, I'm a Lady Eagle. I went to the one and only Excelsior High School. All right, so me make sure I wear my Excelsior, something right about now. I'm wearing my scarf, Excelsior High School. So all the people that are here, I want you to put in the chat the high school that you went to, because we're repping our schools. Yes, champs done, but we're repping our schools today. So let us know in the chat which school you did go.
I'm glad you brought up
we
that
seen Manchester
topic.
High School, Manning School.
Yes.
We see Queens, Holy Child with Calabar, the Manchester High School, Immaculate Andrews.
Yes.
Lord God, never come in quick. Titchfield,
Clarendon,
Clarendon, Campion, St. Hughes,
Yes.
Merle Grove.
Yes.
Love to see it. Glenmuir, KC,
Someone has a simple
JC,
KC.
Mona.
Listen to the
Love to
JC
see
people.
it.
And I love that you had brought on the topic of champs, because you know that based on, if you caught me right now,
Epic blue wave, we said blue wave, flood them out, flood them out, flood them out.
Thank you very much for the backup. You would see blue. As a matter of fact, a college so great that they named the country after it. Miss Cornwall, can I go a little bit further? Fervent Opus in campus, when we shoot, we never miss. And when we cheer like this. You don't know the thing, but Jamaica College 189, Old Hope Road, Kingston 6. Over to you.
Thank you very much. But you put it over to me. So big up all the Excelsior students who are online. Moving on. Now, we are getting into it. You see, I have my red wine in my hand,
Okay.
We're getting on to it, It
Oh.
is now the moment of truth, my people. Thank you again for tuning in. Now we're putting it over to our speakers for this evening. We have people who get NCB scholarship, Burger King scholarship, Sagicor, and the
And then people
first
want
person we have online today, no, Fabian.
who that?
We're going to be talking to a few persons who received the NCB Foundation scholarships.
But
Now
that's
I'm
the-
going to invite to our virtual stage today Armani Gale, Jada Powell, and Kenisha Henry. Are you here with us? Scholars. Scholars.
Yes.
We are here.
Hi,
Mr.
Jada.
We are here. We are
Let's
here. We are
go.
here. We are here.
I am here, I am here, I am here, and I'm glad to be here.
People watch colors them. Watch camera.
We love it over
Yes.
here.
In my shirt and all these things, guys. Let's
See?
go.
Wow.
It's a shirt for me.
It's the shirt for me. Guys, the
Yes.
stage is yours. Go ahead and tell the people how you get the scholarship.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Jada Powell. I'm one of the 2020 national scholars, right, for NCB. Now, the NCB National Scholarship, it sounds huge. I didn't think I would get it, but let me just break down what the foundation is first of all, and how you can go ahead and apply. Now, the foundation, it was formed in 2003, and it has 4 arms: the education, entrepreneurship, youth leadership, and the community development. Now, for the scholarships, it is available to all students pursuing undergraduate tertiary education. So you have to, one, live in Jamaica. You have to be going to UE, UTech, UCC, any local tertiary school here in Jamaica. Please repeat the 4 R's. The 4 areas of focus was education, entrepreneurship, youth leadership, and community development. Now, the scholarships that are available is for the national champions, which is $600,000 per academic year, and the parish champions who get $300,000 per academic year. Now, in applying for your scholarships, you would then go onto their scholarship page where you would fill out the application form on their website, and then you'd apply from there. There are also several grants that are available. However, these are one-off payments. So you get them for 1 year and that's it. They are the We Believe in You Scholarship Fund, which is up to 100,000, and the Teacher Education Grant, which is also up to 100,000. They also offer secondary and primary level funding, which they give you either a voucher of $15,000 or $20,000. So as I said before, the scholarships, which is a national scholarship and the parish scholarship. National scholarship gives you $600,000 per year for your school term, and also the parish championship is $300,000. Armani, do you have anything to add?
They also, in part-time, they offer, like, I think they have the Icon Award, which stands for the Innovative, Creative, Outstanding, as well as the Nationalistic Awards, which go to non-traditional people that are not going to specific fields, like, you know, the doctor, lawyer, the traditional things. So they go for things like computer science, aviation, animation, fine arts, fashion design, which is offered at UTech. So if you guys want to apply for it, you guys can. Very easy process, as what my colleague said, Jada. You can go online. The application is not open, but it usually opens around the 3rd to the 4th week of June, and it closes between the same time as, I think,
Grace Kennedy.
Grace Kennedy, right? And it
Yes,
usually
last
closes like
year.
July 15th to 16th. I'm not
Yes.
sure if there's anything else I need to add.
Yeah, man. So as Armani said, they also do offer non-traditional scholarship programs where persons who would not normally go into the, you know, the lawyer, engineer and so forth, they would also be able to get scholarships. Now, another thing is that these scholarships are specifically for non-traditional, which is where the foundation is going now. So if you're going more into online, online fields like iShepa does with IMC, integrated marketing communication. That is a great field to be going into now, or any other digital field, because that's where they're heading, given that we are now transitioning to that. So that's another thing that you can look out for. Kenisha, would you like to add the eligibility and who can apply?
Definitely. And one thing I love about the NCB Foundation Scholarship is that it's literally for anybody across the island. You have parishians, as I said already, so there's guarantee that at least one person from each parish in Jamaica have to get the scholarship. Also, the scholarship is looking for, the foundation is looking for persons who are, leaders, very involved in their communities, as I said earlier, persons who have the track record to show. So earlier, Aishiba said, if you're going to do something, at least have the proof to say that you did this, the pictures, the documents, and whatever, because you're going to need that on your NCB Foundation scholarship application. They also love students who are very involved in school, very well, I wouldn't say outspoken, because not everybody is outspoken, but they want to know that if they give you this scholarship, you're going to represent them well, and you're going to be able to represent yourself well. So one tip I have to give you before you, apply, and before you, and this is for any scholarship too, go into the interview, scrub your social media.
Yes.
Scrub, yes. And when I say scrub it, I mean, if your name is Good Girl Minty 561, try make it more formal. If it's something that not necessarily represent you, then you need to fix up that, because your image is very important going into these interviews, going into these applications, because they are doing their background checks. They're not just giving their scholarship to anybody who apply. And
True.
so, on the application, usually essays are like 500 words, 2 pages, and whatever. Not for NCB Foundation. This is another thing that I like about them. The NCB Foundation essay is 100 words, or is it,
100 words.
it's 100 words.
Yeah.
My brain keep telling me that it's 250, but if you can be concise, I don't remember. Do they ask for reference, Jada?
Yes, they do. And that's another thing I wanted to touch on. Now, for your references, it is important that you get someone that can really write about who you are, not just as a student, but as a leader within your school, your community, and so forth. I had a teacher that she really went in detail. Jada won this award, Jada did this, Jada did that. And another thing that is very crucial is to ensure that your community service and your involvement within your parish and your community is up there. Like I did like 300 hours of community service. You don't have to be extra like me, but it's always good to have your community service record high. It's also good that you can get reference from persons that you did community service for. So usually they ask you for 2 reference. I went ahead and got about 4, 2 from the community service persons that I worked with, and 2 from teachers and my mentors and so forth. That is something that's very essential, because if you can have someone vying for you and putting their reputation on the line to say, yo, this person is someone that you'd like to represent your brand and someone that you'd like to give your money to, then that shows that you're credible. So always ensure that the reference that you're getting doesn't say, oh, this person's a good student. What makes you a good student, right? You have to ensure that the person that's willing to speak for you can go in depth into a lot of things. Anything else, guys?
Kenisha or Armani, do you have anything else to say before we move on to the next person?
Definitely. Before I go, I just want to say that you don't have to be a straight A student, and you don't have to be, as Joel said all of this earlier, but you don't have to be a straight A student to acquire, a scholarship like this. You most of the times you just really need to be a student who they know is willing to give back to their community, is willing to give back to their nation. And you have to be a student who can go into the interview and market yourself well. Because if somebody have straight ones and you have, you know, a couple ones or maybe a couple twos, and you go in there and you sell yourself better than that person, you're gonna get the scholarship. So learn to sell yourself, clean up your pages, and you know, do your best on the application. Ensure you have your proof for everything. Get a great teacher for your reference, and you know, I wish you all the best. If you have any, oh wait, I think that's actually was, you know.
No man, but for real, if you have any questions or anything, remember, you know, we're having an after party over the live. We're gonna have an Instagram live. If you have any more questions you really want to ask anybody else, we're gonna be over there if you want to. Now, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna move on now to our next speaker, who is going to be Latonya Clayton and Joel Morgan. Now we're gonna be talking about the Grace Kennedy Scholarship right here with Latonya and Joel. Are you guys here?
Yeah, we're here.
Hi, I'm here.
Awesome, guys. So look here, go through. The stage is yours.
So I'll start. So my name is Latonya Clayton. I am the 2020 Grace Kennedy Foundation Raphael Diaz Scholar. So the Grace Kennedy Foundation scholarship period is open right now. It opens until July 15 each year. And one thing I love about Grace Kennedy is there are a lot of different scholarships. So there is pretty much something for everybody at any point in your university career, whether you're just entering university, you're already in university, or you're going into your final year, right? So one of the main things that you need to look at for those who are entering university is the Grace Kennedy Foundation Jamaica Scholarship. Now, that scholarship is tenable at the University of the West Indies. So that's the scholarship that most students who are entering UWI tend to apply for. Unfortunately, if you're doing law or medicine, you're not able to apply for this scholarship. And you'll find law and medicine students, it's rough in the streets, but I know that this meeting will be very helpful for you, especially. So let's continue. So what they basically require for this scholarship is that a character reference. First of all, you're gonna need a reference. Just as Kenisha had said before, you're gonna need, no, not Kenisha, Jada had said before, you're gonna need a reference from your past high school, from a teacher who taught you. This reference has two components. So there is one component where they have to fill out this form where they talk about what type of student they think you are. So whether they think you're, you rate highly, whether they think you're, like how they think your aptitude is. So it's not just about your grades, really and truly, because a lot of people don't necessarily, you don't have to have the best grades, but you have an aptitude where you try to do your best and you're always open to learn, you're always open to give off yourself. So those are some things that the teacher speaks about in this reference because it's a character reference. So it's not an academic reference per se. It's not just about your academics, it's about your character as a person. And that reference doesn't really go through you. You download the template off the Grace Kennedy Foundation site for that reference. And then your teacher gets that template and then they write the character reference. It goes through your school office because it needs to be stamped and then they email it to the Grace Kennedy Foundation. I mean, I know some teachers might ask for input, but some might not. So make sure the teacher that you find to write this reference is somebody who, not necessarily a senior teacher, just somebody who has taught you at some point in time, knows you personally, knows your character traits, because it's not just somebody who's going to be on the surface. Oh, she's a good student, da 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 da. No, it has to be somebody who has interacted with you and can say that she always gives her best. She has excellent relationship with, yes, it can be your it can be a guidance counselor. She has excellent relationship with her peers, that kind of thing. Next, there's a statement of career goals, leadership abilities, social and community involvement. And this entire statement is just 250 words. So you need to be able to fit your career goals, your involvement in your community and at school, and your leadership abilities all in 250 words. What that means is there's no time to fluff it out. There really is there are no words to fluff it out. Tell it as it is. That's why you need to be more involved. You have to make sure that you tell them everything that you want to do. Why do you want to do this degree that you're going into? What are your goals? What do you aim to achieve after you've pursued this degree? Where are you going? And a lot of the time, they want it sincere. They want it sincere. They don't want it to sound like what everybody else is saying, right? So I want to be a doctor because I want to save people. That sounds kind of, kind of cliche. Be honest. Give them a little, you can give a little backstory, like what happened to you? What drove you to this career goals? Why is this your career goals? What is your leadership involvement? Grace Kennedy, big on leadership. They want people who they know are willing to go out, go forward, and basically lead others, be involved, give back to the community. So speak about that leadership in abilities. Any leadership ability you've ever had, you might see it as something simple, but you never know what it can show or tell about you as a person. And then your involvement in school and outside of school, because it's not just about school, right? It's not just about what you're doing in your school, but also what you're doing for Jamaica on a whole. They need a copy of your transcript, your birth certificate, and your academic records. That's your CSEC and CAPE grades. Now, for you students who are doing CAPE, you wouldn't have your CAPE 2 grades as yet, right? Because CAPE is late this year. That's okay. Apply with your CSEC grades and your CAPE 1 grades that you have, and they'll go through the process, and then afterwards, they'll ask for your CAPE 2 grades at a later date, right? So the scholarship, we don't just have scholarships for people going to the University of the West Indies. We have scholarships for people going to the University of Technology. There are scholarships specifically for graduates of Jamaica College, scholarships specifically for graduates of Kingston College, scholarships for people specifically, Fabian, scholarships for people specifically in the Faculty of Social Sciences, and also some specifically for those in the Faculty of Science and Technology. Edna Manley College and Visual and Performing Arts, because it's not just UWI and UTech. The CMU scholarship, unfortunately, is for final year students. So if you're just going into your first year at CMU, you wouldn't be able to apply for the scholarship. But if you're going into your final year at CMU, I encourage you to apply for the Grace Kennedy Scholarship. All of this information, it's on Grace Kennedy's page, right? You can go on their gracekennedy.com, go in foundation, go in scholarship information, you can find all of this. So let me tell you about something that you cannot necessarily find on the application page, right? What actually happens during this application process? So you've sent in your application. For me, it was quite a wait. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because they got back to us at the end of August. Now imagine, you send off July 15, you don't hear nothing until the end of August, and then CAPE grades don't come out yet. Some people would not have gotten acceptances yet, like law and med people did a sweat, no acceptance yet, but it was a very stressful period. I encourage you to just wait, right? Wait, don't stress yourself out too much about it, don't psych yourself out too much. There's gonna be this period after you apply for scholarships where you haven't heard anything as yet and you're starting to worry. Just relax, trust yourself, trust in the process, pray, and everything will be fine. So they'll get back to you at the end of August. That's when they got back to us, at the end of August, last week of August, actually. And then when they get back to you, if you're shortlisted, they'll be giving you your dates for your interviews. Now, the interview for me was good, but at the same time, it kind of took me by surprise. So I don't want it to take you guys by surprise too. So I'll just give you a few tips. When you come into this interview, make sure you are sure of anything that you had put in your application. So for example, career goals, leadership abilities, make sure you're sure of it, because they're going to question you about that. Why do you want to do this? They're gonna ask you, what are your financial, and remember, you're gonna have to speak about your financial need. We don't have nothing to hide. From where we apply for scholarship, it means we need money, right? We don't have nothing to hide.
We need the money.
Exactly, like everybody poor. At the end of the day, things are getting more expensive. We don't necessarily have the money. Be honest. When I say be honest, don't say anything, don't make up anything. And then you can't, when they ask your next question, because they will follow up on that question, you're completely clueless as to where to go. Be honest, lay it on the line. Why do you need this money? Why do you think you should get this money, right? Don't say just because, oh, I'm smart or I have this, that. All we can do will work. At the end of the day, all of us, when put to the test, tend to be able to do this or do that or get the grades needed, because for the Grace Kennedy Foundation scholarship, you need to maintain a B plus average. So most people tend to be able to do that, right? Be honest. Why do you need this money? Also, why are you applying? Why do you want to do this specific career? Sorry. Why do you want to go into this? For example, I wanted to do sociology, right? Because I want to do criminology. Why do I want to do criminology? So I spoke about, for example, the area I'm from, things I've been exposed to. So that helps. Research about the Grace Kennedy Foundation. They will ask you questions about the foundation. They took me by surprise and I was looking up in them face. Any scholarship you are applying for, do research on the foundation, on that company. Make sure you have your information and just relax. You can answer these questions. You can get these scholarships. You can do amazing things. Relax, be honest, and just be prepared. So that's pretty much my advice for those applying for the Grace Kennedy Foundation scholarship. Any other questions?
Okay, guys, if you have any question, don't have to worry. Thank you so much, by the way, Latanya. We're gonna move over to Instagram in a bit, so that we can continue this conversation. So no need to worry at all, right? So as we're going into our next session, we really do need to move it going, keep it moving. Our next person, our next panelist is gonna be talking about the Burger King scholarship. And this is Mr. Delmar Squire. How are you doing, sir? Are you here? Are you with us? What's going on?
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me. I'm unable to share my screen, but everybody's supposed to know Delmar. You guys are going to see a picture of me soon, but let us just talk about the BJ scholarship really fast. So Burger King scholarship is a scholarship that is given to anybody, but they really and truly have three different sections. They have one that is specifically for girls only, one that is called an open scholarship. That means anybody in Jamaica can get it because it's open. And you have one that is basically set for George's people. I don't know why, don't ask me when I work at Burger King. So I am a Burger King open scholar. So meaning that everybody in Jamaica will apply for Burger King, me get it, right? Now, let me just put this up. Now, to apply for Burger King scholarship, they normally do it like really late. So the open scholar persons, you have you have the first runner-up and the first winner and the second winner, right? Now, I was the second one, and the reason for that was because I'm a Sagicor scholar. So it's a thing where you can't have, because I'm a Sagicor Foundation scholar, where as in Sagicor give me money for more than 1 year, I can't have Burger King and compete with them. So maybe I have to take the back bench. No, I went into the award, into the interview, and I was really honest with them. They were like, have you received any other scholarships or applied for any other scholarships? So I was like, yes. I applied for student loan, Sagicor, and actually Sagicor called me the day before the interview for Burger King. So they were like, so why do you think you need the Burger King scholarship if you are a Sagicor Foundation scholar? I'm like, Sagicor is important, and I'm glad that I was a recipient for Sagicor. But being a Burger King scholar will also make me or propel me to put my best life out, because of course I want to study medicine. And the fee to study medicine is not $100,000, it's not $300,000, it's more than that. You guys know it's a meal. So I really explain all of that to them. I tell them where I'm coming from at the time. My house did burn down, so I explained everything to them. And they were like, and when I was in the interview, one thing about me, if you guys know me per se or personally, I'm a jovial person. So I'm not going to go somewhere and say everybody push up their mouth and nobody not laugh. Me, I go give you some joke. So they were in there laughing, talking about my grandmother. To be honest, the interview wasn't about me per se, it was about my family, because they were down there talking about my grandmother. Because I came to the interview, my ear well greased. So that, oh, here, look at my grandmother do it this morning. She said, me, I've come up with a blessing. Everybody starts out with my grandmother. So just going to the interview, it's very, it's just a setting where you're just going here, them just ask about yourself, why you're in the scholarship, and what you're going to do with it. Now, to apply for it, you just visit the Burger King page. You're normally going to post it on their Instagram page, because Burger King is active on their Instagram page. Now, when you get the scholarship, they're going to post you everywhere. You're going to see a picture all overseas because in every Burger King store overseas, it in every Burger King store in Jamaica on their digital board. So yeah, and the $100,000 for the 1 year, I didn't get it for the 3 years, the $300,000 where some persons get that because I'm a Sagicor scholar where I get it according to Sagicor for all of my tenure in university, which is I'm studying medicine, so it's 5 years. So yeah, guys, Burger King is an easy scholarship to get. Simply just put the best foot forward. Tell them use some Burger King terms, Whopper, whatever. I don't eat burger, but yeah. So simple as that, guys. And just know that Burger King scholarship normally come out really late, like the end of July, and they normally complete it like in the middle of August before we reach school. So yeah, guys, that's it.
Thank you so much for that, Delmar. No, we're not going to ask any questions, no, but when we go over to our Instagram live, then we'll be able to ask you questions and get our answers from Delmar. We're moving on to the next scholarship, which is the Sagicor Foundation Scholarship. So we're going to be talking. So Delmar, you actually got this scholarship as well? Or like, let us know what's going on. And we have Rashid White.
Before Rashid start, yes. So let me just admit these Calabar persons because Calabar the best school on the island. We're the JC and the case people.
We're not going to talk about that today.
Yeah. So yes, guys. So I am a Sagicor scholar, a Burger King scholar, a Calvary Award recipient, a Waterhouse Foundation, local grant. So yeah, guys, when I was applying for medicine, I got acceptance of medicine. It was to pay $4 million. Imagine Delmar come from Waterhouse, don't even know how 100,000 look, right? So when I was applying for the Sagicor Foundation scholarship, it was actually Kenisha who forced me because me as a Sagicor for all the bright people, I mean a bright. My 4 1s and 4 2s can't get me this. So when I was really surprised when Sagicor actually called me and said, Delmar, we needed to come in to do an interview. I went to the interview now. The president for Sagicor was there. The CEO was there. Everybody there. Me afraid of big people. Because me see so much rich people in my life. And guess just what to keep? Pegasus as always. First me I go Pegasus. I'm not afraid for talk. First me I go Pegasus. But now I'm at the drive party or me I go New Kingston. When I went there now, guys, they asked me why I think I deserve a scholarship. So, to be honest, I just really need to get into school. So the person was like, everybody will come here today, will give us a long parable. You just be honest with us. I said, I'm just really forgetting in school. I'm a really need a scholarship here. So they were like, oh, so tell us about yourself. I said, my name is Delmar. And as always, I'm a jovial person. So I'm just give them one bag of joke there. So you're going to ask you what you know about Sagicor. You're going to hear about a name called Alyssa White. She is the actual person who created the Sagicor Foundation. When they pointed and I were like, your name is Alyssa White. She said, oh, you know, I say, because before I come here, my research on Sagicor. She said, you're the first person to do that. I say, yes, because I have to come here to get the scholarship, and she started laugh. Everybody starts to laugh. So guys, it's actually a place where when you go into the interviews, just be yourself. Just be a natural self. Don't go in here stuck up and because you feel you have 1 and 2 ones and you could accolades back of your name, you're somebody, you're nobody. When you're in there, you're nobody, You try to be somebody, talk to the people, reason with them, and get the people scholarship. Sagicor scholarship is currently out now, guys. I know a lot of persons asking me how I got the essay going. So when I actually look on the essay and know the topic be, I will help you guys. So always just follow the Instagram page, send a message here, and I'm active on the Instagram, so I'll respond to you guys. Rashid, you can talk. Rashid is supposed to be here too.
Thanks, Delmar. Go ahead, Rashid.
All right, so good evening, everyone. I am Rashid. Delmar made really amazing points that are quite true. When you go into the Sagicor scholarship interview, it doesn't make sense that you sit and you try to create someone. Be yourself, be your authentic self. If you looked in the scholarship guide, you'll realize that Aishiba had made a little comment and she said that just be yourself, be authentic as you can. It don't make sense to try and make up something. Honestly, like I share the same sentiments with Delmar where I thought, oh, the bright people that get Sagicor scholarship, because I had a few friends who got it before, and trust me, they were like straight ones, and me with my 6 1s in C-Sec and 3 1s I kept. I was wondering, all right, probably that is not enough. I know some years the grades are whole lamp on the hem of Jesus garment, but I applied same way. I prayed when I handed in my application. And when I got the call, I remember I was cooking dinner one afternoon. And when I got the call, look was me drop the phone because I was just so excited. And it was an amazing journey. But dealing with the more administrative stuff of this. So you'll have to write a surgical scholarship essay. I think it's 350 words or 300 words. I don't remember exactly, but ideally what you're supposed to show is your passion. Show how much you need it. Show how much this will propel you to become a better student, a student that can help your country and also give back to the foundation. One thing persons in these foundations of is someone who will give back, someone who will be able to represent them. Ensure that you have a little checklist. I created a folder with my surgical scholarship documents. So you're going to need a transcript, you're going to need a C-sec and CAPE grades, you're going to need those things. And when you're writing your essay, put your heart and soul into it. And honestly, it's just going to be a fun thing to do, because when I went to the interview, I was a complete mess. I was at my mom's school, and then she brought me to the interview, and I'm saying that I was getting ready in the car, one foot of shoes on, my belt no buckle yet, and I said, Lord have mercy, me no want to look like me or some riffraff in front of these people, but pulled myself together and I said, God, you bring me this far. You realize that I don't have no money to go to university. I would probably had my half year at the time because student loan wasn't working out. And when I went into the interview and I sat down and I was speaking to the various persons, the CEO, I remember Alyssa White because she has my last name, and they were asking me questions and everything, and I wanted to do med, but that didn't work out for me. So I'm here doing biochemistry at the University of the West Indies. And I just showed them how passionate I was about medicine and studying something else, because really and truly I needed the money. And wherever I was placed, I was just going to follow God. And I was passionate about anything that I was going to do. And I remember it was in September because I went to university knowing only half fee pay, no tuition, no pay, nothing. And I was saying, God, you're the one who is going to do this. And I was in the kitchen on Preston, after me just probably eat one little burger and thing. And I saw somebody giving, I got a video call. So I'm saying, somebody really call me, video call? Like, why should I answer this? Like, yeah, the audacity. And then I answered the call. Something said just answer it. And then when I answered, I got the scholarship. So I'm just telling you to be passionate, put everything into your application going forward, and best of luck. You can reach out to me. I'm on Instagram. My name is MyLink. So thank you.
That was completely amazing, Rashid. Thank you so much for that. Look here, no, man. I love to be surrounded by amazing people doing amazing things and actually getting that money to go to college. Amazing. So we're moving on to the JF Mills and I'm seeing SATs at Embassy. Joel Morgan. No, man. Joel, are you here?
Hi, I'm here.
Joel, I've been seeing your name from the start, What's
Yes,
going
can I
on?
see
Is
him?
this another scholarship that you got?
So no, it's not another scholarship that I got, but I was a finalist, and I got the open scholarship after I did the interview.
Oh.
So I had to tell them that I got it.
So that means that you gave up on the scholarship. You got it, but you gave it up. That's what we're going with. Go ahead, girl.
I got shortlisted after the interview.
Amazing.
So yeah. So good day again, everyone. I'm not sure exactly when the JF Mills Foundation Scholarship is open, but you can give them a call and ask them when it's open. But in the meantime, the application form is available online. So what you'd have to do is print it, fill it out, have your signature, and have your information such as your essay, your photograph, passport size photo, your results, and it's available for persons who not only want to go to UA, but also UTech, NCU, Maritime. You include your GPA, what you want to study, and other information such as your leadership or extracurricular activities, and you print it, fill it out, and actually go there and deliver it to them. So Yes, you'd actually have to travel there. It's not something that you can, I don't think it's something that you can hand in online. But firstly, your results, as stated before, you don't have to be a straight A student. And I think we've all emphasized that. So what you need to do for the application form and the initial stage of it is to tell them about what you plan to study and also your career goals. So what you plan to study and why you plan to study it. What can you contribute and what exactly can you contribute to Jamaica and to society by pursuing that course of study? So that's what they want to know. And also, you need to tell them your community involvement. So what organizations, what clubs in your school are you involved in? And not only in your school, but in your community at large, what exactly are you involved in? And your position, whether you are secretary or president, and how long you are involved in, or the period. So also, they give you a space to write your essay about yourself. And it really isn't a huge space. So it's like approximately 300 words or so, but it isn't a long essay. And basically for this, you would just tell them your interests and your activities that you're involved in, but be specific and explain the impact that you've made. And also include your career goals as well. What's your passion, what you're passionate about, and find a way to creatively combine all of that so that they get a sense of what type of person you are. And also you have to tell them what scholarships you applied for or if you currently are on a scholarship. And your parents' information and of course your signature, and you go to them and actually deliberate and drop it off. So once you've reached that portion, you would have to go, well, they would call you and let you know if you are successful. So if you are successful for the scholarship, you do an interview. So when I did the interview, there were several other persons there in my position waiting to get interviewed too. So there were about like 4 other persons. And basically what they wanted to know is why I needed the money, and they wanted to verify my financial need, basically. So they wanted to know how I would have afforded to even attend university if I didn't get the scholarship. And I told them, of course, I would need student loan and other assistance, mostly loans, right? Because UA would have been expensive. And, not many persons have access to that kind of financial resources. And basically, they wanted to know my involvement and if I've made a contribution nationally to Jamaica or whether it was just a parish, whether it was a contribution to my parish, anything of that sort. But I had to be honest and tell them exactly what I did, what I was involved in, what I was passionate about. And they asked me about my family situation as well to just understand my financial need. And that was in essence the interview portion of it.
Hi, Joel. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. Now, it is almost 6:40 and we have to get out of here for 6:40. But as I said, you don't have to worry. We're actually going to have a little after party. We're going to continue our session over Instagram where we can have more than the 100 persons to join us there. So we really, really want to thank you for coming. And this is not a goodbye because you're all going to join us over Instagram right now. So I'm going to ask our persons who are helping me in the back end to put in the chat or Instagram handle so that we can all head over there right now.
That is correcto. And that is all about Scholarship Jamaica.
So Kenisha just plugged it in the comment section. So you can join there right now. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to all those in YouTube land. We want to thank you because if it really wasn't for you, then this event could not have happened. We really do appreciate it. Join us on our Instagram page right now for us to continue our session. Thank you so much, guys.
You know, until then, have a good evening.
You're most welcome, Jelani. I'm still over here sipping my wine, fruit punch rather. Thank you, Tajari. Yes.
I won the icebreaker. I was told to speak to you afterwards.
Okay, no problem. Wait, is this Victoria? No.
Yes, that's Victoria.
All right,
For the
Victoria.
guys who want the icebreaker, just simply message the Instagram group, the Instagram group,
Instagram page.
Yeah, and we'll just reach out to you guys. So
We'll take it from
you
there.
guys can just head over to Instagram now. About at 6:45 or 6:50, we're going to start the live, and then we're going to continue the discussion there.
All right, so we're just waiting for everybody to just come off so we can head over there. Okay, guys, so I'm actually going to head on over Instagram now. So we're good, right? All right.
Yeah, man, we're good. We can end for all and we'll just go over. So those on YouTube who are watching, let them know.
So for all the persons who are watching on YouTube, you can head on over to our Instagram page where we'll be continuing the live session. And it's all about scholarships JA.